Hello friends, welcome back. This is quick demo of 369 level 3, what we call as hidden beams of magnets. To drop these tools, we have two starting points. One we call as the morning pivots, talking and showing the critical energy beams coming from the London open time frame. Other one is from the New York time frame. If your PC is sitting on New York time, you will understand these beams coming from these areas. So we're going to drop these two tools one by one. This is starting at 005. This is a 5-minute chart of ES. And we are squaring by 9 by 6, 369. You can have multiple squares, different squares. This tool should give you the vibration laws. Now, if you change your squaring, you may see some different structures showing up. So stay with 369 frequencies, or maybe 1 to 1, 1 by 24. Just as long as you keep a ratio of 369 with various permutations. Once that is done, you drop this tool and you're good to go. We drop the tool again. This time we are going to do the New York opening print. It says opening pivots 9:35. Again, this is based on the New York time. You see different colors showing up. So we have given two different pinning points where the market is very prominently following this. All right, so now that is all we have to talk about, why the vibrations are working. Next video, the follow-up video I'm attaching behind this talk, is to really see how to use it effectively, and then maybe you can want to do some squaring based on your information. And you can see this is going to keep on going on its own as you move the chart. Given this is overlay, you always press Control K on this ecosystem. Now this is a universal tool. The pivot itself are telling us what they want to do. If I move it here and do Control K, so the pivots itself are going to tell us what is going to happen. You may wonder what these vertical lines are. Vertical lines are where the clash of certain lines are happening behind the scenes, which if you look closely, when the 45 degrees and these clashes are going up, you see this one, when this line, middle line, I call it 45 because it's easy to see that way, and they may change, but you can see this middle line, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. The middle line, as it clashes other lines, it is plotting this. This line, so this vertical lines, this one clashing here. So this, remember this line. So this line, we had a clash from this line. Let me just draw it quickly. So this middle line, watch this middle line as it clashes and integrates with this line. Right here, you see a vertical line plotted here. So those lines are typically designed to see this. There is a potential turn time, as we also talked about. If I, let's say, go to different squares, 12 by 6, and Control K. And if I do Control K after changing the square, you see things are looking different, correct? So that is what, remember, this is a geometrical overlay. So if I do, like, say 3 by 3, you can see how things are shifting around based on that. And always when you change your scale or change your degrees, or you can do something else. For example, you may want to do 6 by 3 and do Control K. So when these lines are plotted on a given time frame, it is looking at the pivots automatically. It is looking at the pivots automatically and drawing, as you have seen in Gann's chart, what's going on, right? They are plotting automatically. So you see here on the top, some intersections are coming. That's why it plotted the top. And this is also reversal. So these are reversal times right here. You can see reversal times right here, right here. With some time, you can see how the green one's giving us all the precise possible turning times as well. And this is all generated from the beams of momentum coming in the market. And then we talked about just keeping an eye on these lines. If the middle line is very critical, as you can see here. So if you see from this, there are 3 forks coming in. 3 forks coming in. So this is one more middle fork is coming right there. The bottom fork is coming from there. So as you shift your square, you can see how it is working. So market was attracted to these points very aggressively. You can see, and these all this beam is coming from that point. And look at this. Went here, came down. Went here, came down, right? So that, I think, is a summary. So next 7 minutes we will do one quick demo as well. The colors are different. We made it simpler because we duplicated the tool with different colors and we pinned it to 2 different time frames. As I said, again, if you go and format the chart, you can change those things. So if you want to go on a 9-minute chart, so you make this 9 and make it 9:39. If you want to go on a 7-minute chart, you go on 7 here and 9:37 here. Same thing with the other one. Instead of starting from 5 minutes past midnight, you can start from 30 minutes past midnight or 15 minutes past midnight. We can also run it on a different, so this, whatever time frame we are running on, so you have to change the chart as well and update these inputs. It's pretty flexible tool. If you want to go to 9, you change everything by 9. Make sure everything is aligned with that time frame. So if I get to 9 minutes, I have to put 9 here and 9:39 here. Or it could be 8:39, it could be 6:39, right? This is flexible input. We are pinning this based on what our experience shows us what to do. And it doesn't mean you cannot change it if you find something much better with looking at it more closely. All right. So our main idea is just going back to the main idea and concept, which you will see that 45 degrees. I call it 45 because if I tell you these are middle beams, so just think about 45 because remember in geometry, right, 45 is the slicer right here. So just trying to tell you 45, but you can see this is not 45, correct? Just the middle one is, you can assume the middle one is 45 and calling that 45 because it is splitting the energy. You can change the colors on this as well. So that is a tool, and thank you so much. So follow up on this is 7 minutes another demo which goes through a little bit more detail about the examples. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome back. What we are looking at right now is the Gann's chart, which you must have seen a million times on the internet, and the lines floating in space. We are aware of all these numbers, what they mean on the top, all the calculations which are done here. We also understand various counting going on this sample chart. We want to bring you to the modern age of same phenomena right here. Just keep that in context. So now we are at 5-minute chart. These rules can be applied on any time frame chart. These are the true magical secret points where the angular momentum gets initiated. So you can see here there are starting points. Why are the lines starting from here or somewhere here or somewhere here or somewhere here? He is using pivots here on a monthly charts or yearly charts or quarterly charts or weekly charts or daily charts. And this is soybean chart. I just took it from the net to demonstrate that what's really going on. These can be flux lines. These can be planetary or longitude, or it could be angular momentum. We are discussing today the angular momentum lines coming from various points in space. This is coming from nowhere. There's no price here. So what is going on? The way you want to trace it, track it, and profit from it, because the master did it, and you as the subject of the master, you can do it too, but now with modern technology and fully automated. It's called the market profile impulse angles. The drop the tool is all set up for you. On the bottom we have what we call as the contract tracker. Alright, so what's going on here is, if you look at this, the beams coming from here, that's 6 beams, 3 going upwards, 3 going downwards, and we are looking at the market to vibrate from these beams. When also every day, now this is a 5-day chart, and they'll keep projecting automatically, as you can see here. It'll keep on going. So what we are also interested in seeing where the middle line is. Okay, so let me just explain that. So we have this line projected, and we also have this line, and we have lines coming down here as well. Same thing happening here. You can see same thing going on there. If you trace this line all the way to the top, you see this, what happened? This low projected through this beam, it broke that, came back to retest it to the tick, and that's the magic of knowing and understanding the laws of nature, which Mr. Gann understood, and now we do very profoundly. So the center line was very instrumental, and if you do the same thing from here, look at the center line. What's going on here? Market went back to the tick, to this central line, isn't it? It's all happening automatically, so we can't even do anything about it. Drop it, it just plays. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. So that is what's going on. And if you look at these lines coming down here, 3 lines, it looks very confusing. It is not once you get used to seeing it. What's happening here? Middle line to the tick. Right here to the tick, right here to the tick, right here. Fully automated awareness. Then we also have a line coming down here, which also happened here. So the point is there is no randomness in the market. So why do we have 3 lines? We have 3 lines because if the pressure is like market is going sideways, it may not get trapped. When the panic sets in, it just goes through 3 lines. When the panic sets up on the top side, on the bottom side, it will go to these lines. When they are in a normal rotation with a low volatility, it may also go to higher lines. That's like here. Just chopping off, went to the higher line right here. See this one? Top line. Then the same thing happening here, 1, 2, and 3. It was just going to the top line. So how do we trade this? Well, obviously, you have to be a trader. You can see right here on the bottom side, the contract is on the overbought side. Here we have a loss of momentum in the contract collection, while market was going and attracting itself at this secret line. Here it went down when the contracts are at 0 line or lower at 45, right? So this is like 0 degrees, these are 90 degrees contract rotations, and this is the center line is where we have the attraction point. So when you are at these levels, look at your contract rotation. Look at here. And this is how you trade this, guys. Look at this on the top. Look at this top. This is giving you enough confidence and the levels of interest. Way in the end, also market came down and hit the center line again and bounced from it. This is the magic, automatic magic, representing the 100-year-old discovery, which was not really understood by anybody. Now with one click is at your fingertips. Now you can be the master you deserve to be. Thank you so much.